Let me give you one word today, yet. I don't have it yet. I don't understand it yet. I haven't seen the breakthrough yet. I don't know how God is going to work it out yet. That word yet is powerful because yet means the story is still being written. Yet means God is not finished. Yet means heaven is still moving. Yet means delay is not denial. Some of us have been judging our lives based on an unfinished chapter. We are trying to explain a moment God is still developing. We are declaring conclusions when God is still setting conditions. Don't lock your faith into a sentence God hasn't completed. Sometimes the most spiritual thing you can say is, God, I don't see it yet, but I trust you. Faith is not pretending it doesn't hurt. Faith is trusting God while it still hurts. There is a timing of testimony. Not every victory is meant to be told immediately. Not every chapter is meant to be explained while you are still bleeding. If you tell it too early, you may misinterpret it. If you tell it too early, you may reduce it. If you tell it too early, you may rob God of the full glory. Because you don't know what God is going to do in the next chapter. What looks like loss in chapter 7 may become restoration in chapter 8. God's timing is not rushed by your anxiety. God's plan is not threatened by your questions. God's promises are not canceled by your confusion. The Bible says the vision may tarry, but wait for it. It has an appointed time. Waiting is not wasted time. Waiting is where trust is formed. God uses waiting to deepen roots. God uses delay to increase dependence. God uses silence to sharpen hearing. Say this out loud, even if you don't feel it yet. Peace belongs to me. I am a child of God. Joy belongs to me. I am a child of God. Freedom is my inheritance. I'm a child of God. I don't belong because I perform. I don't belong because I succeed. I belong because I believe. Preach the gospel to yourself. When fear speaks, interrupt it. When doubt repeats, answer it. When shame reminds you of yesterday, remind it of the cross. If Gehazi, who was broken, inconsistent, and flawed, could rehearse the great things God had done, then surely you can too. Sometimes the enemy doesn't attack your future. He attacks your memory. He tries to make you forget what God already did. He tries to make yesterday's miracle feel irrelevant. He tries to convince you that what God did then has no authority now. But the same God who saved you is the same God who sustains you. The same God who opened the door is the same God who will keep it open. Can you trust God's timing enough to give him the microphone? Can you believe what he speaks over what you see? God's voice is often quieter than panic, but louder than circumstance. A shout can be ignored. A whisper from God cannot. When God speaks, you only have two options: obey or be miserable. Obedience rarely makes sense in the moment, but it always makes sense in hindsight. God hides purpose in ordinary places: farmers markets, phone calls, interruptions, canceled plans. What looks random to you is intentional to God. You didn't just happen to be there. You didn't just run into that person. You didn't just miss that opportunity. God orders steps, not just destinations. Sometimes you think you're on vacation, but God has an assignment hidden in rest. Sometimes you think you're off duty, but heaven is never off duty. God aligns people across years, across generations, across moments that feel insignificant. A seed planted in one season may bloom in another season for someone else's miracle. You never know how God is working. What feels small now may become sacred later. What feels inconvenient now may become instrumental later. That conversation you almost skipped, that invitation you almost declined, that obedience you almost delayed. God is weaving threads you cannot yet see. Trust what He is doing. Some of the prayers God answers immediately. Others He answers strategically. Some prayers He answers by changing the situation. Others He answers by changing you. Sometimes God does not remove the pressure. He increases your capacity. Sometimes God does not end the night. He meets you in the fourth watch. Sometimes God does not prevent loss, but He promises restoration. And restoration does not mean replacement. It means redemption. God is not going to bring everything back in the exact same form. He is going to bring it back greater. Greater peace, greater clarity, greater wisdom, greater purpose. God restores with interest. The years you thought were wasted, He redeems. The tears you thought were unseen, He records. The obedience nobody applauded, He remembers.